Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Broadcasting live, 2K Sports presents the NBA. It's Monday night. And tonight, we'll see the Golden State Warriors. They'll go up against the Washington Wizards here in Capital One Arena. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Tim Legler and Greg Anthony. And our reporter on the sideline tonight, Allie LaForce. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Klay Thompson.
Well, as your career goes along, you naturally lose a little bit. But he takes great care of himself, puts a lot of effort into his preparation, and he's smart about picking his spots. That's why he's still a factor out there on the offensive end.
So with Wiggins sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Butler is the 4, and Green operates as the small ball center. In the backcourt, it's Curry and Thompson. And it's KD in at the 3 spot. And for the Wizards, they've got Carlton Carrington. George is out there with Bagley. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Koulibaly in at the 2 guard. Butler with the steal. 4-on-3 break. And Curry has it in the corner. And Thompson kicks to Butler. Lets it go with the 3. It's rebounded by Koulibaly. You know, Tim, they say you can't measure heart. But Jimmy Butler, he plays with a lot of heart. He is non-stop.
Well, you can talk about his skill level and IQ, but Kevin, what you love about Butler is his competitive will. And he saves his best for the postseason. And Curry can beat you in every way. Inside, outside, it doesn't matter.
Back to Koulibaly. Pass to Middleton. Koulibaly with the screen on KD. And it's Chris Middleton with the 3.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Right side, Butler. Back to Curry. Some nice passing by Golden State. The shot by KD. No good. And so George will bring it up for the Washington Wizards. It's a 3-point game. KD against Koulibaly. 5 on the clock. Here's Middleton. The shot from the low post is good. Middleton's got 5.
Yeah, Middleton is a talented scorer from anywhere on the floor. Goes to the paint and does his thing.
Curry's shot is off. The Wizards have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Back to Carrington. For 3, Middleton. It's rebounded by Golden State. And a record-setting season continues for them. Now up over 30 road wins.
And, well, you're talking maybe only 15 times in the history of the NBA has a team cleared 30 road wins in a single season. And in that group, a lot of teams that went on to win the championship. I think a lot of people would say this team is the favorite to go all the way.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
I had a chance to talk with the head coach of the Wizards. We talked about Kevin Durant and just how challenging a matchup he is. He told me, quote, his length is what makes him so difficult. Throwing that quick release on his jumper, all we can ask our guys to do is get a hand up on any shot they can. We'll see how effective their defense is on Durant tonight. Back to you guys.
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you. Curry. Nice fake with the layup off the mark.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Baseline try. Bagley, no good.
And he can't let that get to him. He should have made it, but he's got to focus on the next one.
And the basket by Curry.
How about the quickness on the drive from Curry? The moment he finds his opening, that guy is off to the races.
Pass to Middleton. Shoots the 3. Outside for George. Second shot opportunity. And the layup is up and in. George has got his second basket of the night.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
On the wing, Thompson. Outside Durant. Stolen by Middleton. All alone. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And good to see the hustle from Middleton here. He's a good partner to have on the break, and he's quick to get up the court.
Back to Curry. Three-pointer. Good on the triple. Curry's got his third basket of the night right there.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Carrington with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. Koulibaly, no good. So for Washington, their last game, a loss to the Celtics in Boston. Curry kicks to Green. For three, Durant. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Durant's got 5 points so far. Middleton looking it over. Bagley sends a screen for Middleton. Over Durant. Another shot, and it's laid in by Bagley.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Curry attacking over Carrington. Again, Golden State.
And the defense just has no answers for him right now. With each made basket, the more his confidence continues to grow.
Koulibaly against Thompson. Here's Bagley. Sinks that one from the post. 6 points for Marvin Bagley. Warriors trail by 5. And Curry, here we go. And he uses the glass on the layup. So, Greg, when you're in the first game of a back-to-back, how much focus slips into already looking towards the second game?
Well, from a player's perspective, not much. But from the view of a coach, it has to creep in some in terms of making sure you don't overplay your stars.
Now, here's Curry. And he just worked New York in that last game. And Thompson kicks to Curry. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. On the wing, Carrington, defended by Butler. Count it.
So far, both teams scorching the Nets. You gotta love it.
Yeah, both ways. We're seeing a nice rhythm offensively. Now let's see which team can come up with some stops.
And Durant gets it to go.
Oh, that's too easy for KD. You just can't let him get a look from the corner.
So timeout called here, the first for the Wizards. Checked in for Thompson. A fantastic string of games for him. Your Western Conference Player of the Week, Stephen Curry.
And what can you say about how huge he has been for this offense? Everything he's done, from the scoring, the shooting, the playmaking, you take him out of the lineup, and there's no telling just how different this team looks.
Tim, some forget, prior to the success of Stephen Curry, the Warriors were not considered a top-tier franchise.
Well, before he arrived in 2009, this was one of the lowest all-time winning percentages. But they have built a dynasty, and they are now considered one of the most valuable franchises in all of sports.
Middleton can't get it to go.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
back to Curry. Beyond the arc. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Curry's got 14.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Pass to Koulibaly. Back to Carrington. Outside for George. The 9-foot shot. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And this Wizards team, Greg, giving its young players every opportunity to develop.
Yeah, these young guys were the NBA equivalent of drinking from a fire hose. But after years of just treading water and mediocrity, I think the fans appreciate the clear sense of direction from this group.
He doesn't get the second one.
Well, he ties things up, but it would have been nice to come away with the lead there.
And the basket by Curry.
Stronger than he looks. Curry able to take the hit there and finish.
A baseline J, and the jumper falls for him. Carrington's got it all tied up now for the Wizards. Golden State's gotten a lot of shots off from three-point land in the first quarter, but they're only 4 of 9. Murray finds Wiggins for 3, Durant, and another 3 for Golden State.
And for Durant, it's just that simple. Get the ball and shoot.
For 3, Middleton, and it's Durant with the rebound. And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for Golden State. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Wizards team.
In their meetings last year, they split the season series. Happens a fair amount between teams from the East and West.
And when you don't play that often, it can be hard to read an opponent. Sometimes that's the great equalizer.
The shot by Middleton, wide open. Quick shot there, and it's off target. Warriors leading by 3. Here's Curry. It's hauled in by George.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
It's good.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Here's Curry. An easy 2 points on the layup. Curry's got 18 points in the game.
Well, he has been pretty much unstoppable this quarter, and his team is thriving as a result.
Washington calls timeout. Kisper's checked in for the Wizards. Johnson comes in for Koulibaly. Then for the Warriors, Podziemski's coming in for Draymond Green. And Poole subbed in for Stephen Curry. Here's Carrington. Guarded by Poole. Kispert, bounce pass for 3, Middleton.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Poole, right side. Durant for 3. Buries it from three-point range. Now it's a 6-point Warrior lead.
The shots are falling, and he is making it look easy.
Pass to Kispert. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Here's Poole into the lane. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
And here is Johnson. Will it go? Andrew Wiggins grabs the board.
Well, he got the shot he loves, and the defense should honestly be relieved he didn't punish them for being a little bit soft there in the mid-range.
Here's Durant. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. 16 points for KD.
Well, that's helping your team. By and large, he's taking shots he knows he can make.
Bagley the screen. And finished off by Bagley.
Yeah, ferocious at the rim. Bagley can finish with power or finesse.
Here's Poole. Rebound, Washington. Bagley's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Releases from 15, and the rebound goes to the Warriors. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
The key when you go into a hostile territory is play with a purpose and stay true to your game plan. That's what they did. What a pass right there. Coaches love seeing guys making it easy for their teammates.
Johnson up top, covered by Wiggins. From deep. It doesn't go for him. And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And we'll be right back after this. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Warriors.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
And how about the work they've done inside, just owning the paint so far?
And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for Golden State. Johnson is out there with Whitmore. Then there's Gill. Then there's Kispert. And it's Champagnie in at the 4-man position. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Now here's Wiggins. Hasn't made one yet. Off target from 3-point range.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
To the paint. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And a moment now to check out who the Warriors have coming up on their schedule. On Wednesday, they'll be matching up with Derek White and the Boston Celtics. And then on Friday, they'll go up against Cade Cunningham and the Detroit Pistons.
You know, it might sound cliche, but a road trip like this one is a great time for this team to build chemistry on and off the court. Chemistry absolutely matters in the NBA, and these are the kinds of opportunities teams need to build it.
Yeah, a little bully ball that time from Jordan. Pulled down low, really creative with that finish.
And Tim, quite the character, this Jordan Poole. His personal style is like his flashy game.
Well, Kevin, he loves his fashion, and he's a passionate cat owner. Characters like him make the league fun, and it gives fans more to engage with than just basketball.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks a lot, Kevin. The Wizards are letting their young guys learn on the fly. Guard Bub Carrington said the whole organization communicates to us often. We drafted you guys for a reason, they say. Don't be scared to make a mistake. Play your game, use the things that got you here, and see if it sticks. Guys, back to you.
Learning on the job. All right, Allie, we thank you very much.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Now here's Johnson. Still yet to score. Shot clock at 5. Here's Johnson. It's rebounded by Kuminga. Warriors leading by 6. Poole with it. He had 31 points in the win against the Knicks in New York. Back to Kuminga. Wiggins from outside. Rebounded by the Wizards. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
When they ran the offense right, they found some easy shots, but on that occasion, it was few and far between.
It was almost like they were lethargic at times. The urgency just wasn't what it needed to be.
Here's Poole following the bucket by the Wizards. Some nice passing by Golden State. And Wiggins is good for 3. Wiggins has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Wizards trail by 7. Here's Johnson. 11 points last game. Whitmore finds Johnson. Pass to Johnson. Shoots over Poole. That's good from Johnson on the assist by Johnson. Johnson's got his first points of the night. Poole looking it over. Wiggins outside. Back to Poole. Here's Podziemski. No good on the 3. Washington's gone 0-2 from deep here in the 2nd. Inside. Back to Whitmore. Here's Johnson. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Pass to Podziemski. A 3-pointer. Wiggins. Rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Johnson.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Poole kicks to Kuminga. Back to Poole. Here's Podziemski. On the wing, Wiggins. To the right side. Here's Kuminga. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Now, Whitmore. He's coming off a 16-point game against Boston.
Well, he also did a great job on the glass, and it made a big difference.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Pass to Podziemski. Now here's Kuminga. Now here's Wiggins. Whitmore defending. The 3. And the Warriors miss again.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Johnson finds Whitmore. For 3, Kispert. The Warriors pull it in. Poole on the wing. He's guarded by Johnson to end the cold streak. And Jones pulls it down.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
And it's Whitmore missing. The Warriors trailing. Poole outside. On the wing, Wiggins. Goes up a 3. Again, Wiggins missing.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Here's Johnson. It's rebounded by Kuminga.
He is just ice cold. Luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Outside Butler. In the corner, it's Wiggins. Again, Wiggins missing.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
And he doesn't have to do it alone. He's got 4 teammates on the floor.
So, Tim, the District of Columbia and the Wizards reaching a deal to keep them in D.C. through 2050.
Along with a project to expand the arena complex, create an entertainment district, and implement safety and transportation upgrades. Really exciting stuff.
Silky Johnson can shoot it, folks.
Here's Whitmore. Johnson with it. Picked up by Poole, and he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And after not scoring in the first, he's finally starting to get into a groove.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Kevin Durant's checked in for Jimmy Butler. Klay Thompson comes in for Brandon Bajemski. And Curry subbed in for Jordan Poole. And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Marvin Bagley's checked in for Jones. Keyshawn George comes in for Kismet. Chris Middleton's checked in for Whitmore. And Colton Carrington subbed in for Johnson. Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Checked in for the Wizards. Looking now at some numbers for Stephen Curry.
And guys, I think the best way to measure his performance these last 10 games is his effective field goal percentage, which has improved, a sign that his game is in much better shape than it was not too long ago.
Here's Bagley. He's coming off a 10-point game against Boston. Carrington, that's good.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Here's Curry driving to the basket. Rebound, Washington. George has got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Middleton for three. Warriors with the rebound. Durant's got his fifth rebound right now in the game. Outside, Kuminga. It's Curry outside. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Curry's got the game tied up here for the Warriors.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Durant with the steal. Here's Wiggins, and it's Wiggins with the jam.
Wow, he just got up there so easily. Wiggins is still a top-level athlete.
Pass to George. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
How about that move? Is this guy special or what? Just love watching him operate inside.
Durant kicks to Curry. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. Curry's got 24.
And that makes it 2 3-pointers in the quarter so far and 4 for the game.
Bagley finds Middleton. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Every coach in this league loves assisted baskets. It indicates your offense is flowing the way it's supposed to.
Curry on the drive. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. He's got 26.
And that is exactly why Curry is must-see TV.
Pass to Koulibaly. Outside, George. Back to Koulibaly. Outside, George. Now, Koulibaly. 4 on the shot clock. Doesn't go for him. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Warriors. They've led by as much as 10. It's Durant on the wing. Back to Curry. Up 3. Oh, Curry so accurate from three-point range. Tim, these days, things are changing for modern NBA big men.
Well, there is no doubt when I played, every team had 4 or 5 legitimate post players, and the ball went in to the low post regularly throughout the game. I think now the difference is you have to have versatility in your game. Teams are looking for bigs that can shoot it, handle it, and facilitate.
Valuable pieces for sure. And we've got a report from the sideline, so let's get the scoop on Jordan Poole. What's the situation, Allie?
Guys, I was able to catch up with the Warriors head athletic trainer. He let me know that it's a strained hip, which causes plenty of soreness and shooting pain in that area. And we know this type of injury can be a long road. However, the bright side at the moment is that they believe he may be able to play. Fingers crossed.
Good information as always, Allie. We thank you. Guys, the only thing you can wish for is that the prognosis isn't quite as bad as they're making it out to be.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Was really hoping for better news than that, but that does not sound encouraging.
Well, it's the reality of our game. Let's hope he's back on the court soon. That is a tough loss.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Yeah, that's how you create that spacing, and that will open up a lot of options offensively.
And there's the foul. It's on Koulibaly. That'll be his second foul of the game. Warriors leading by 10. The kick outside to Butler. Pass to Thompson. Golden State moving the ball around. And there's Katie. That's good on the assist by Curry. Curry's got 4 assists now tonight.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Here's Koulibaly. Scoreless thus far.
Yeah, that's a sigh of relief heard from the bench. Weak defense didn't cost him that time.
On the wing, Thompson. Durant in the corner. Back to Thompson. Curry kicks to Thompson. Pass to KD. Over George. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Well, they're making something very difficult look simple right now.
And so that's the end of the first half. Warriors lead by 15. And let's hear from Allie LaForce, who joins us from the sidelines. Allie?
I'm here with Coach Kerr. And Steve, what's your assessment of that first half of play and any changes in mind?
Well, we'll see. We have to adjust during the game if we see something that's hurting us. But I thought the defense was pretty solid overall, and we'll see how it goes from here.
Okay, more of the same. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Allie. And folks, don't go away. Halftime is here, and we'll be right back with you after this break.
Center court, and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Run. They're measuring up the shot. Almost had it. Give it up for the participant.
Welcome, everybody. Before we talk about the first half, a breakdown of the injuries around the league.
The Bucks are clearly hurting. How do you replace Giannis, a big man with guard skills, who stuffs a stat sheet like no other, Ernie? Nobody does it like him.
Difficult for sure, Jet. Not an easy adjustment to make. He just means so much to this team. And switching gears now to that first half. What a difficult start for the Wizards.
If they watch film, they knew this was coming. But it's like the storm rolling in just surprised them.
Yeah, it's hail and threes, and there's nowhere to run for cover. And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Well, through the first 2, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
And this offense continues to find him in his sweet spots from deep.
Warriors leading by 15. So with Wiggins sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Butler is the 4, and Green operates as the small ball center. In the backcourt, it's Curry and Thompson. And it's KD in at the small forward position.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, getting a high percentage look right out of the locker room to start the second half. Exactly what they were looking for.
And so it's Middleton with it. He brings it up for Washington. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. That'll be the second of 4 games at home for him.
The correct decision by Middleton, moving to his wide-open teammate, Chris, a terrific passer off the wing.
What a performance for him on the offensive end. He's been fantastic the entire game.
Pass to Bagley. Back to George. Lets it go from the wing. Draymond Green pulls it in. Green's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And now that we are witnessing the tail end of Kevin Durant's illustrious career, Tim, talk about his legacy.
Well, Kevin, without question, this is one of the all-time greats. Arguably the most effortless scorer the game has ever seen. Quite simply, he is one of one.
Outside for George. Here's Carrington. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists in the game. It's Curry with the drive, and he makes that one. Curry's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And let's be honest here, Steph in the twilight of his career, but he still has a lethal first step.
Middleton, a screen on Thompson. Pass to Middleton. Over Durant. Here's Bagley. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Outside Butler. Fires the 3. Durant, no good.
And so much for repeating the 3-point barrage he put on in the first half. Nothing here in the second. And way to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Curry attacking, now in his late 30s. Steph Curry, Tim, continues to be a dominant force.
Well, his conditioning is on a world-class level, Kevin. He's never been one to beat you with his explosiveness, so his plan is just to outlast his opponents.
And he knocks down the first one. So, GA, when you think about Steph Curry's legacy, he changed the way the NBA game is played.
Man, it is hard to find a player who's had the impact of a Steph Curry, making us rethink what is possible. Curry's endless range has really inspired a generation.
And so he hits both. So we've seen the NBA, Tim, embrace analytics more and more over time. That's something you caught on to early in your career.
Well, there is no doubt, Kevin, that they're starting to go more to the analytics. The eye test is really important when you look at just what makes good basketball, but the numbers sometimes can tell you things you didn't even realize as a coaching staff.
As a broadcaster, what numbers do you look at normally right off the top? What things are telltales for you?
One thing that I really look at as opposed to individual plus minus, give me that group of 5 plus minus. That way I know which units are really getting it done together.
Oh, I love that. Get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. Take a look at the Warriors. What a run they've had this year. In first place and charging seemingly at will toward the postseason. These guys have been outstanding.
And well, for the Warriors, with the regular season they've enjoyed, it has to be wondered at this point if they're the team to beat this postseason.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Bagley against Green. Pass to Carrington. Wizards passing it around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Middleton's got assist number 5 here tonight.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Butler in the corner. Back to Durant. Here's Curry with the 3. Curry with the 3 at the other end.
And that's the competitive fire Steph Curry plays with. You just knew he was going to have an answer there.
Middleton against KD. And Durant sends it back.
Well, his poor shooting hasn't helped them much, but you can't point the finger solely at him for why they're behind.
And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. And while we can, let's find out a little bit about the shooting guards around the league and which of them have had the most assists over the last 10 games. Jordan Poole on top. Klay Thompson is second.
And that list of players just goes to show that great passing doesn't just come from the point. The way those guys distribute the ball from the 2 spot is a thing of beauty.
Well, having an off guard that facilitates at this level just adds another dimension to your offense, and it makes you that much more difficult to defend.
Pass to Carrington. Here's Koulibaly. A 3-pointer, no good.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
Outside Durant. Here's the 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Durant's got 5 points now in the quarter.
4 threes in the first half, and now another here in the second. He is feeling it.
Pass to Middleton. Looking to get back on track here. And Durant sends it back. And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant. And so it's Washington with it. Shot clock at 3. The 3 from George.
And Butler right up inside his jersey. That's great defense.
Here's Curry. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And from technical fouls, Tim, to flagrant fouls, it always seems like Draymond Green is walking that line and in the crosshairs.
Take a break.
Walking that line or stomping on that line. I don't know what, but it's where he seems to want to live. You love that competitive fire. You just have to make sure it doesn't cross the line where he hurts his team.
But don't you think he knows exactly what he's doing at all times?
He understands most officials don't want to give him that second technical, that's for sure.
Stephen Curry hits them both. So, Tim, and I can see it in my mind's eye, you won that 3-point contest back in '96. What's the key to success in that event in particular?
Oh, yeah, what a great night. And I think, Kevin, there's a few things. First, I just think you've got to have a short, compact release, because then you're not going to rush at the end to make sure you get all 25 balls up. But I also think part of it, for me, I got to shoot first after the warm-up introductions because I was still loose. I didn't have to sit there for 20 or 30 minutes during commercial breaks. I think that helped me win the title that night.
A little strategy.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thanks, Kevin. Stephen Curry hears folks complaining about all the threes. He said it's new and everybody has their opinion. It's not like I can go out and do a 360 windmill, drive down the lane, and dunk on somebody. We'll see how it goes, but I'm hoping to keep shooting threes, so don't worry about that. Kevin, back to you.
Yeah, you're right. That is his superpower. All right, Allie, thanks a lot.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
They just need a spark. This is when your leaders have to step up.
Wizards trailed by 21. In the corner, Middleton with it over Butler. The Wizards with another miss.
You can see the frustration in the quarter on his face, especially with his team trailing.
Thompson from long range. Bagley with the rebound. Bagley's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Koulibaly against Thompson. Pass the Butler. Outside for Durant. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Durant's got 41.
What an exhibition he's putting on today. This is about as hot as you can get.
To halt the run, Jimmy Butler comes up with the rebound.
Well, he wanted to answer that three with one of his own. Unfortunately, he couldn't knock it down.
Curry outside, and another three for Golden State.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Pass to Bagley. The Wizards working the ball around now. Koulibaly against Thompson. On the wing, George. Over Butler. George, no good. And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. On the wing, Thompson. Back to Butler. And here is Durant. Oh, good on the triple. Here's Carrington. Guarded by Kerr. And it's Carrington missing. And here is Curry. He's got 44. Fires for 3. Drills it from outside. Curry's got 47 points.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
They have found a weakness in the defense, and it's on their ability to defend the three-point line.
KD against Middleton, and that one is hammered home.
And the urgency on Middleton's drive is terrific. The defense seems powerless to stop it.
Out to Thompson. Now here's Curry. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight. Good.
And he has led the attack for them the entire game, and now he's trying to get them to the finish line.
Outside, Bagley. Koulibaly finds Bagley. And that one, good.
And at this stage, this is where Bagley feels most comfortable. Knows he has the size and touch to score inside.
Curry can't get it to go.
Well, the defense was solid, but usually I expect him to make that layup.
For three, Middleton. Some solid defense there from KD.
Just hasn't been his night so far, and if he's unable to find his rhythm, this might be a long night for them.
Green kicks to Curry. Thompson passes to Durant. No good from outside. Takes a three. Bagley, great positioning on the putback.
And how about the persistence on the backboard? Love how hard Bagley works on the offensive glass. Wants to outwork everybody.
Curry can't get it to go. From the Wizards, they're shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Back to Carrington. Kicks it down to Middleton for the three. They get it again. Yep, that one goes. Bagley's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
And he is doing everything he can to keep his team in it, trying to lift his teammates up.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout, looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two.
Now is the time. Get well and welcome your Wizards Breaker.
Come in for Washington. Champagne's checked in. Corey Kispert comes in for George. Cam Whitmore, he's checked in for Koulibaly. And it's Johnson in for Carlton Carrington. Different look here for the Warriors. Kuminga's come in for Draymond Green. Wiggins comes in for Kevin Durant. Podziemski, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And Poole subbed in for Curry. Poole. Washington with the rebound. 1:05 left in the third quarter. Johnson for three. It's rebounded by Kuminga. Warriors shooting 45% from the field since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Poole kicks to Kuminga. A three-pointer. Wiggins. The rebound by Champagnie.
It's just not his night from the three, but this is exactly why you can't live and die by that shot.
Wiggins tried. Oh, that was amazing!
Oh, my goodness. Well, Wiggins may look calm and cool out there, but he can put on a show at times.
Johnson outside. Bucket is good. Johnson's got 9 points.
A point-blank range. That is too easy.
Poole against Johnson. Butler kicks to Poole. Pass to Wiggins. Over Middleton. Again, Wiggins missing. Middleton on the wing. No good from the wing. It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Warriors. He's cashed in 9 times from beyond the arc this game. Who knows how many threes he'll wind up with? We've got more in store for you right after this. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, he made it look simple, but that's not always easy to execute.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Whitmore is out there with Johnson. Then it's Chris Middleton. Then it's Corey Kispert. And it's Champagnie in at the 5, down low. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. It's Durant on the wing. Drills the three-pointer. KD's got 44.
Just give him the ball. This guy is shooting lights out from deep.
Johnson attacking. And they get it back.
Everything is bouncing their way tonight. The offensive glass has been a big factor in this one.
Outside, KD. Tim, as we look at the area of modern medicine, isn't it amazing how it's helping extend playing careers?
Yeah, it's really incredible, Kevin, how these procedures now are so much less invasive. Guys come back sooner and they're able to play longer. Just look at Klay Thompson gifting his 2022 championship ring to the doctor who performed his Achilles surgery. Now that's the kind of impact these doctors are having.
It really is amazing. And a wide open look for Whitmore. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Middleton's got his 7th assist in the game. Wiggins outside. Golden State moving it around. Durant, that's good.
Nothing to see here, folks. Just another tremendous scoring night from Durant.
Kispert, and good that time.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Poole finds Wiggins. There's the 3. Another one goes. Incredible.
And another 50-point outburst for him as he continues this incredible season.
Well, he's marching towards history, Greg, as we know. He looks to catch the mark for 3rd most 50-point games in a single season, which is absolutely amazing. Wiggins from outside. The rebound by Champagnie.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Count the basket. 17 points for Chris Middleton.
Nice, a mid-range jumper by Middleton. I didn't know guys were allowed to take that shot anymore.
Durant for 3. Rebound by the Wizards. Middleton's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Well, in the rebounding game at least, it's been a strong physical performance for him.
Here's Johnson, and it's Johnson with the jam.
I don't care that he's a rookie. Johnson is a problem.
Thompson outside. In the corner, it's Wiggins. Outside, KD. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Durant's got 55.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
Woo, one of his favorite moves right there, guys. And here's KD for 3.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's Johnson. Warriors with the rebound. Wiggins has got his 4th rebound in this one. Poole outside. Well, going into a promising draft like this past summer, Greg, are losing teams trying to secure that lottery ticket to the stars?
Well, you look at the last, 4.5 decades worth of champions. Only 5 of those teams were led by a player taken outside the top 7 in the draft. So you can see why teams are trying to draft so high.
Durant kicks to Poole. Wiggins inside the line. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Whitmore finds Kispert. It's rebounded by Golden State. Poole with it. From the arc, KD can't get it to go. Pass to Whitmore. And here is Kispert, defended by Durant. From deep, Johnson. Andrew Wiggins grabs the board. Wiggins has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Poole. On the wing, Thompson. Poole, the pass to Wiggins. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. Whitmore with it. Durant's there, and that one's good. Whitmore.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to him?
Well, the volume has been there, but so has the efficiency, which is why they're in control of this game.
Low block shot, and it's in off the backboard. 15 points for Johnson.
That wingspan of Johnson helps him score around the rim. It's about 6'10", which is very good for a wing.
Connects again. 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
Pass to Kispert. Here's Johnson, guarded by Poole, and the slam dunk by Johnson.
Well, he led his teammate and hit him in stride. You really can't do it any better than that.
Thompson outside. Outside, KD. And again.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA, really taking it to the opposition. And that one's good, Whitmore.
He is coming alive here in the second half. That's a nice shot there, and now he is rolling.
Thompson from long range. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Wiggins has got assist number 5 here tonight. And it's Whitmore missing. And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. Thompson outside. On the wing, Wiggins. Whitmore defending. Lets the 3 fly. And that's good. Kevin Durant for 3.
Their 3rd three-pointer in a row.
To the middle. Here's Johnson. And Johnson with the stop.
This is exactly why so many were high on Johnson coming into the league, because he's a natural, tenacious scorer.
Poole kicks to Durant. And the Warriors, another 3.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Pass to Kispert. His three-pointer's off the mark.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss.
The 3 from KD. And the Warriors, another 3.
Three-point field goal.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the 4th period. We'll see how it pans out.
Well, they are hunting deep shots, but they'll take the layup if you give them one.
Whitmore tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. In the corner, it's Wiggins. Poole outside. Thompson passes to KD. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. One thing we see sometimes, players opting to represent themselves when it comes to signing a contract. In other words, Tim, they don't have an agent. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think most players, Kevin, understand that the numbers are pretty set, particularly for the superstar. If you know you're going to get a supermax, why not keep more of what you make? Why pay an agent?
That's a good point. The offensive rebound. Here's Carrington. Here's Bagley. And finished off by Bagley.
How about the strength on display there? Even when you whack Bagley, he's outstanding at fighting through it.
And the Warriors making a change here. Jackson Davis is checked in. The Warriors shooting an efficient 53% from the field. Outside, KD. Trains the three-pointer.
And we've seen KD stretch the floor for a long time. An all-time great.
Pass to Bagley. Back to Carrington. It's good. That's 8 baskets for him now. 8 for 15 shooting.
That's just a smart play right there. The right pass to a ready shooter.
Outside, KD. And another one falls. Amazing. And there's 80 points.
Wow. Just wow. This guy right now on another level.
And finished off by Bagley.
And I tell you what, when Bagley plays with energy, it is difficult trying to stop him. Awesome at just staying on the attack.
For 3, Durant. And another 3 for Golden State.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Warriors.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And the wins continue to come in fairly easy for these guys in what's been a very strong year, to say the least. Tonight will push them up to 56 wins.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Kevin Durant.
Yeah, no doubt. He was the most impactful player for their offense tonight.
Wiggins outside. Back to Durant. Puts up a deep 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
And this run should seal this win. What a timely burst.
And it's Carrington missing. Here's Pajemski. Pass to Poole. Outside, KD. There's the triple. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
Allie, let's go to you courtside. What do you have for us?
Jimmy, a strong finish to close it out. What was the difference?
Being a lot more aggressive. Obviously made some shots, but I think in the end we guarded well and we executed on offense and we made some shots.
It always comes down to great defense. Thanks, Jimmy.
Great job. Thanks for that, Allie. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Alongside Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and our reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, folks. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Kevin Durant.